Yes, people. Mic drop. Back once again. Episode 57 this time of the Soulvent Records podcast. And we have got a packed show for you today, let me tell you. Finally just getting out of the very, very cold weather. See how long this hoodie's going to last in the studio during this episode. But we are kicking off the show with a tune that's just come out on Halogenix new label, Gemini. This tune's called Lost Friends, and it's everything that you would expect from a Halogenix tune, and we are here for it, me and George. Hope you enjoy. I don't want to read into it too much, but if having Halogenix having his own label now might mean that we get more Halogenix tunes more frequently, then what's not to love, you know? Tune is an absolute belter, and this will be out now by the time you hear this podcast. If you've been following us on socials, you know exactly who it is. It's Hugh Hardie featuring Pavan. The tune's called Face Off, and big shout to our mate Sean Coe from Eastern Edge Studios for producing, 3D printing, and being an all-round general artistic genius. He's made a mask. If I say that and you see the artwork, you'll know exactly what I mean. So we've got some 3D printed mask action coming up for you. Amazing sky's the limit video content coming through for this tune. Can't wait for you to see it. But for now, just enjoy the rhythm. Motion on your CS game face, make case I get replaced. You and me ain't even in the scene and chase time left. And I'm under strict instructions from George not to smash hell out of the Q button during this episode, because I listened to our last episode back, and there were times when you could hear it coming through and ducking the level of the mic. I'm going to try not to do that this time. I just like to get into it and feel I can get the tactile feedback of getting the tune queued up nicely. hope you enjoy that tune, Face Off. It's a real sheller. And I think it just shows the variety that Hugh Hardie can just come out with, right? Go from Blush featuring Zyra Kershaw to this now. This tune playing now is new out on Must Make from a chap called Azifm. I think I'm saying that right. Azifm. When I get the shrugs from George, who knows everything. I'm sure people will correct me in the comments. Yeah, tune's called All Crew. Also credited on this tune, artist called Hound. Being able to smash this Q button's really really worrying me, George. One from Elevate Records, Document 1, featuring Doktor. The tune's called OK. Document 1 are bringing some pretty big rhythms out at the moment. Love the artwork as well. I think the EP series is called Coordinates or something, George. I'm sure there's something. They've got the little coordinates codes at the bottom of each artwork. I'm sure the smart people among you will be going and Googling those and figuring out where they're pointing to. Some Illuminati shit going on, I'm sure. I'm just here for the bangers.
Tell me, are you ready? Tell me, are you ready? All night we go heavy. Never can it be too many. Here we go.
I see I'm also reunited with my girthy friend, the DJM V10, again for this episode. Just getting my excuses in early, George. Like a racing driver. Love this tune. This is 0T and Black Barrel. The tune's called Deep Inside. Now this tune coming in now is taken from a compilation from... See that camera switch there, George? Come on. Taken from a compilation that was sent to me on promo from a label called Hyperactivity Music. And the track's called Centurion. I'll make sure I get this right. Qumulus and Leniz collabing on this tune called Centurion. Check this out because I like this a lot. Yeah, really nice tune that. I've actually had the pleasure of playing some of the tunes from this compilation series on previous shows. The compilation is called Polychrome and they're up to volume 6 now. And they're featuring some decent names on Hyperactivity Music, so I encourage you to go check them out. There's some decent variation on this compilation as well. Some heavier stuff as well as couple of tunes of this ilk, so don't sleep on Hyperactivity Music. Trying to be oh so feather-like with my fingers on the Q button, George. It's working so far. Thumbs up from George. So this tune playing now is from a very talented artist who we featured on that thing right there. Oh, George, you changed the camera angles. I was trying to point to the vinyl. We'll get this back and forth. We'll get it right, George. Don't worry. We're in for the long haul. Right, this tune is from a very talented guy called Dom, who goes by the name of Son as his alias, who features on that Soul Music 2022 with his tune Sequoia. This tune playing now is a tune called Nevermind, features a vocalist called Rachel Jane, and it's forthcoming on Influenza Media. And as I say, this guy Son, Dominic his name is a super talented guy. Had a sizable hand in a track you might have heard from the solo album called Time. Check this out. This tune is from the new Waeys album. Is that what you say, George? Waeys? Waeys. The tune's called Similarities on Critical. Yeah, really, really good album. Is Similarities the title of the album? Well, we'll have to check that. Another label that's really doing no wrong at the moment, Critical Music. It's called George says the album's called Repetition. Did you just pick that out of your brain after thinking about it for a little? I know, he looked up on his phone. Yeah, Repetition, Waeys. Go check it out. Might be out yet. Well, at least one of the tunes is out yet, because of Flow Anastasia's, yeah. Flow Anastasia features on one of the tunes. It's nice to just have validation on drum and bass trivia with someone here, because usually when I do it at home on my own, I just get my phone out and look. Tuning coming now is another one from Critical. No, it's not. It's Flex Out Audio. It's Flex Out Audio, isn't it? Yes. Sorry, to get this nodding and shaking his head to George. I know. I need to look over more. This is QZB featuring Sydney Bryce. The tune's called Ashes and Bones, and my wife actually put me onto this tune. George is now questioning himself with my... Yeah, it was on Flex Out 2022, I think, the compilation, yeah. Another label really killing it. We're awash with labels just really doing the biz at the moment. Great to see just across the scene, just across drum and bass, just wall-to-wall bangers. Another tune from Critical, validated. Find my info here. This is from the new Envy EP. Tune's called It's Her. And just back on that topic of, you know, the scene is just awash with bangers and just amazing music coming out right now. You can get a very, very close-up look at that in Tisno in Croatia this year. When you get your tickets to come to Hospitality on the Beach, send me gun fingers from George over there. But recently released, just before the start of February, I think it was, full lineup released in terms of stage hosts. We've released ours, and we've announced the following people on our stage: Roof Royal, Irie all the way from Sri Lanka, Askell and Leia, Hugh Hardie, and hosted by Visionobi. And there's also going to be a Soulvent boat party. Yes, there is. There's the gun fingers from George. Right, Soulvent boat party. If you haven't been to the last two, I think we've done in the last two. Last one in Albania, and the last one in Croatia just before COVID. Yeah, that was absolutely a seamless transition to the new camera angle. It was also, if you were there, you know, last year, especially the Albania boat party, was just unreal vibes. You need to get a ticket for the boat party when they get released. because I don't want you to miss out. And I think we might have a secret Lally coming on to do one of the sets as well that's not featured on the flyer. So just get secret information that I'm probably not allowed to tell you as part of this show, but what they're going to do, we've recorded it now. Honestly, don't be disappointed. Don't shilly-shally. Get your tickets. Get your flights. Get your accommodations. Do what you need to do. After the winter we've had, you're in need of a bloody holiday. Do you know what I'm saying?
Every time I see you in my dreams,
And I think I'm right in saying, George, aren't I, that all of the video, social media promo, handy video editing work's been all you so far for the Hotel on the Beach? Yes, it has. Big up to George. See, it's not all about me, mate. I'm trying to give you some props here as well, yeah? This tune's a new one from Krakota after his announcement of his signing to Sleepless Music. This one's called Rhythm House. And I'm a sucker for one of those big, sexy rave pianos, and this has it in abundance. Got to be of a certain age to like the big sexy rave piano. I'm not sure George is of that age. Are you, George? Nah, too young, mate. I used to listen to big sexy rave pianos back when I had hair.
Music is the weapon. Music is the thing of the future. Music is the weapon of the future.
If you search, you will find the rhythm of the house controls your mind. If you search, you will find the rhythm of the house controls your mind.
This one is taken from the recently announced NHS 500. That is, yeah, that's crazy. For Hospital Records to reach such a milestone as 500 releases. I'm not going to be one of those people that said, I started listening when it was in NHS 5. Probably a bit after that, but I feel like I've been along the journey for a while, which means it's a great privilege to be able to do this here and meet all the people I get to meet. But yeah, some really good tunes on there, including this one. This one's from S.P.Y. called Night Moves. And I was listening to the album today, preparing for this podcast, and it's really, really good. And the artwork and the animation stuff from Ricky Trick Art, really cool as well. Released on the 31st of March, I think I'm right in saying. Some remixes on there, some new tunes like this one. Everything you'd expect from a landmark release from Hospital Records. I think that S.P.Y tune has to be played with the speakers at 11. When it's released, if you don't do that, then what are you doing? This is a new tune from BCee. Interestingly, not on Spearhead Recordings. It's out now on Focus. The tune's called Overleaf. And the EP is called Days Like These. Just had to double check that because I'm pretty sure just as this came out, or very close to it, a EP from the Vanguard project had come out also on Focus or one of its sister labels called, I want to say, the Adoration EP. And if I've got that right off the top of my head, then pat's on the back for me, but it's probably wrong. I need to give George a little red or green flag just to be like correct, because the thumbs up, thumbs down is just quite hard to see sometimes. Also, George, now the race is on for me to get through all the tunes without needing to take this hoodie off, which is a testament to how warm and well made this hoodie is. Like this tune a lot. This is from my mate CGMC on vocals and Hiraeth. Let me get that right. The tune's out now on Galaxy Recordings. Also featuring an artist called TZ or TZ. The tune's called If We Wait. And I spoke to CGMC briefly before coming on to record this show. Just pushed out via his socials, he's collated all of his back cat into a Spotify playlist called CGMC Catalogue, I think it is. And that's got all his stuff on Soulvent, 2 EPs worth, and like maybe another handful of features on other tunes, like Way Back from original Poland Bryson album. There's one on 5 Years of Soulvent on there. So yeah, if you want all your CGMC in one place, check it out on Spotify. And he was telling me that he's got something super special planned to get out there into the world, and we'll probably play that in a couple of episodes time when it's ready for public consumption. But yeah, exciting times. I hope to see you soon in person, Jay. Well, that'll be after I get back from my time in New Zealand. Little belter is a Soulvent Records Backcat Deep Dig, actually, from Soul Sessions Volume 2, and I want to say that is SV035 or SV35 catalogue number. The tune's called Sidewinder, and it's from an artist called Phloem, Phloem. And the reason I'm playing this actually is I had the pleasure of seeing Tom Phloem DJ at a charity event last week in aid of Mind, a mental health charity, in a very vibesy little venue called The Castle in Aldgate, underneath the pub there. And yeah, it was a charity gig, and it was put on by a brand called Baseline Collective, Baseline with an E, B-A-S-E line, Collective. And yeah, they had Phloem, a guy called Cupid Stunt, which is an amazing DJ name. Hats off to you, sir. And also a couple of other support acts, and Josh from Inmost was playing the headline set with Visionobi hosting. So yeah, the really nice little vibesy evening out. Had a very sore head Friday morning, but yeah, good to see people. Plenty of people there with Soulvent t-shirts on. So yeah, it's nice to just support charities like that. I think saw my mate Dylan there, who's always got his Soulvent snapback on. So big ups to you, Dylan. And Lady Shanksy, big up Shanksy. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, thanks for making me and Joe feel welcome when we're down there. I hope you raise a bunch of money for Mind, and also continue to get support for all the other charities that you work with in future. from something semi-hard. That tune ever says. Sorry. From something with a harder feel. This tune playing now is from Tokyo Prose, and the tune's called Ultra Travolta. Out now, been out a while on the North Quarter. George is loving my innuendos. Yeah, so another favourite of mine in terms of artists. So also Tokyo Prose is also from New Zealand, and I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I'm going to be spending 5 weeks in New Zealand. Sadly, not a one-man Soulvent tour of the land of the long white cloud. Maybe one day. Well, I wouldn't like to do it on my own. I want to have the whole gang there. So yeah, make that happen, somebody from New Zealand, if this makes it all the way there. Yeah, I'm going to be going to seeing family, because I've not been able to see them for 3 years because the borders weren't open. So this is going to be an amazing time. It's also going to be 30 degrees, and it is not 30 degrees here. So really looking forward to that. But have no fear, you won't go 5 weeks without a Soulvent Records podcast. Really like this tune. This is the VIP of Night Dawns featuring Lauren Archer, Polo and Bryson. I think I'm right in saying that you can only have this tune if you either know Jack or Harry, or you buy the deluxe version of their album Beneath the Surface, and it comes on a little USB stick, a little metal one. There's this, and there's a bunch of other remixes or VIPs on there. This is one. My favourite memory of this tune is Hospitality in the Woods. The last time it was there, they were playing on the Stolen stage, of course, and they played this, and everyone just had their lighters up like this. It was towards the end of a very enjoyable second day in the woods, and yeah, it's the right sort of vibe for it. A lot of hugging going on. Right, I'm going to use the opportunity here to just do a little fader down, because I wanted to just highlight the fact that sometimes even I don't know about the quality of the Batcat gems in the Soulvent Records archives, and this actually isn't even officially on the the back cat. I don't think it was ever got officially released. And it's the Bryzone. Yeah, Bryzone. Harry Bryson went by Bryzone back when this was released. So this will give you a clue as to how long it was ago it came out. B-Motion Circles Bryzone remix. Check this out. And I mean, the original still stands up today, in my opinion, and this is no different. And I can just explain how I even came to find this and be reminded or shown this, right? Joe asked me to do a very, very detailed trawl of our SoundCloud to find stuff. And this is right near the beginning. And I literally went through every single track in the SoundCloud. And there's another kind of gem that's going to be played in the next show as well. But yeah, just shows what you can find if you go digging on the internet. Just to be giving you the full spectrum of drum and bass on this show. Got another epic kind of hands in the air anthem here. This is a new one out on Viper. New signing of theirs. Synth System is the artist. And the feature, a guy called Tom Cubis, C-U-B-I-S. The tune's called Waiting. Now those are some spicy guitar licks, and you know how much me and Joe love spicy guitar licks, drum and bass. I was going to take a sip of water there to stay hydrated. However, I'm going to do another fader down job because there's an important intro to do to the next tune, and that is and I look at the right camera. That is because the next tune is literally come out of nowhere on a label that you should have heard of called Footnotes. This is S.P.Y and Tyler Daly. Should have caught your attention already. Also featuring DRS. What a concoction. The tune's called Too Late. And I swear, Luke LSB just does no promo unless there's a secret promo list that I'm not on, of course, which is highly likely. However, I don't feel like there's any like advertisements of a Footnotes release. It's just like, there you go. Now it's out on the internet. So I've got this on Bandcamp. So should you. Get all your tunes off Bandcamp if you can. The tune's called Too Late. I think we'll be playing the B-side to this in the next show because it's amazing as well, featuring Calibre.
Did I ever do aside from loving you?
But yeah, just get a load of this, man. Oh, well, shut up and get that water.
Everything I had, then you left me hanging around. Why do I blame myself? Guess it's who I am, but where? I don't wanna hurt your pride. See what's on my mind. If I count up all the time that I wait around for you and invest it all in someone who cares. Girl, it's too late now, yeah. Far too late now. Girl, it's too late. Too late.
I never looked at things like it'd ever be too late for us to happen. I thought that shit just wouldn't happen. Well, not to us anyway, cause now it's just rainy days like there's something lacking. Cause all you're fronting, I'm not backing. Cause it could be the coldest day in hell or the hottest day on record in heaven. I'd say I'm 8 and you just argue that I'm 7. But some people just aren't meant to be together. You see, some people just aren't meant to be together. For all the fallout we causing to the friends who have to choose what side of the fence that they're sitting on. I pray these words are worth the broken screen they're sitting on. Or maybe we're just chasing selfish dreams that's really gone. That's really gone. I really hope you find a place where you belong. As someone that will always see the right in you and not the wrong. To only see the right in you and not the wrong. But it's too late for us, now play another summer song.
How good is that? Almost had to catch my breath there. That I don't think it's out on Spotify yet, but go cop that from Bandcamp because it's really, really good. The Calibre B-side's amazing as well. This tune coming in now is from one of the artists that has sent me tunes directly. As we mentioned in previous shows, you can email me stuff for consideration on the podcast. Son did that with his tune that I played earlier. This tune from T-Cut with 2 T's at the end. Taken from his recently released Cut with 2 T's, Cut Down EP. The tune's called Let Go. Big ups to you, Mr. Cut, for sending this to me, and hopefully gives other people some inspiration to send tunes in as well. As we've said before, can't always play every single tune that I get sent because that would be very, very long podcast episodes and we need to let George go home at some point. But I do consider them. So Mike at solventrecords.co.uk if you want to send your tunes in for consideration. That can be from anybody, right? That's stuff from Tolomic, from Son, established people, less established people, anybody. My door is always open for bangers. I really like this tune. This is from Inmost. I think last year or the year it came out, this was very close to the top of my Your Spotify top tracks of the year. Just listened to it on repeat and rinsed it. Tune's called Daybreak, and it's not on Soulvent actually. It's out now on Shogun Audio. Part of their Points of Origin series. Sorry, the artwork's too small to tell you what volume it is, but it's probably like 8 or 9 or something. Blue artwork, under the sea, big triangle, point. Yeah, really like this tune. And yeah, Shogun Audio, Critical, North Quarter, Hyperactivity Music. George, I think if we had a little tick list of all the labels we played music from in this episode, it'd be like there'd be no faces left on the Guess Who thing. Speaking of Inmost, if you are a avid follower of our social media and Inmost social media actually, and a bunch of other artists' social media for that matter, you may have seen over the weekend that we had a hive of talent here in the office, in the studio. Multiple studios were set up for a writers' camp, so that involves having Joe organise a lot of competing schedules to get people in the same physical location to be producing music together, because there's, remote collaboration can happen and does happen, but is there anything like or as good as some face-to-face collaboration? So we are very, very excited to see what the output was or is from that session. And yeah, just absolute shouts to Joe for organising it all and giving up his weekend to be here. I know there was Hugh here. I mean, I can't go through it, but lots and lots of artists here and vocalists, guitar players. I can't put any time frames. I can't put any time frames on when this music might come out, but I just know it's chef's kiss, molto bene. This tune playing now is Fading Pictures, and the artist I want to say is M Acid, M-Acid, or Macid, I guess you might say. Anyway, tune's out now, I think, on Sunny Moves Records. Another label we've ticked off, George. So yeah, Writers Camp went well. This podcast has gone well. There's 2 tunes left, George will be pleased to hear. You, the listener, will be pleased to hear that they're absolute bangers. And one of them is a Visionobi album tune. Of course.
talk to me. And I know that it's okay with different people now. Oh, it hurts to see you go. I'm still at peace somehow. You can call me anytime. Do you still have my number? Oh, you can call me anytime. Do you still have my number? Oh, like fading pictures, you are falling out of frame. We have only old memories, but I love you just the same. It never would have worked. We collide like shooting stars. Never see eye to eye, but you'll always be in my heart. You'll always be in my heart.
You familiar with this one, George? Thumbs up, thumbs down? No. Blank looks? No. I'll forgive you if you haven't. This is Hospital Records' Back Cat Deep Dig. I don't know if you're aware, but for a few artists over a period of a few years, I want to say like 2007-ish sort of time, there was these string of releases called Medical History, and it was like B-sides and like unreleased tunes and stuff from New Tone did one, Scientific did one, Logistics did one, and this is Logistics from his Medical History. I believe it's track 1. The tune's called Maybe Next Time. And again, I encourage you to go do these Back Cat Deep Digs, because you just have these gems in there. Danny Bird did one. Yeah, Medical History they're called. Go check it out. Some absolute bangers. Love this tune. And again, if you want a fanboy, these are the sorts of things that these artists want to hear. Yeah? Matt Logistics, love your tune, maybe next time. That's from me to you. Sending out love to Matt Logistics. If I'm keeping count, this will be the 3rd fader down job in the same episode. I don't know if that's getting up to the record. My mum, I'll probably ask my mum because she watches every episode, she could tell me. The reason I'm doing fader down job is we're going to end the show with the next single that's coming out from the Visionobi album. And this one features Mic Kiss. So we've had Filth, we've had Asco in the Lair. The next one is also good, that we'll start the next show with. This tune is called Tree Line, and yeah, it features Mic Kiss, and it is going to be out on the 24th of Feb, so not long at all after this podcast comes out. And yeah, had the pleasure of seeing Rich on Thursday at Baseline Collective, as I said. Always in good spirits. And puts up with me when I'm drunk and telling him how he's great. You listen to this and decide for yourself. When you let a fool misguide, only takes a split second for a rebel to arise. I'm no Sherlock in this mystery of life, but I've magnified the glass and I'm following the signs. Soul searching my misery, I write so certain. There's more to this than meets the eye.
Done with this facade, bluffing the cards, tricks up sleeves, merry-go-round dance. Dangle carrots held just out of grasp, odds stacked against, never stood a chance. Mad times didn't ask for this blindfold. Page after page of tragedy, the narrative cold. Is it the nature of our species that we under-revolve? Juggling Rubik's cubes that seem so simple to solve. Probe the tree land, threaten what's in the distance. Piece part of the puzzle, a never-ending hindrance. Spot the scripts upside down and backwardly written, inconsistent, not echoing natural existence. Fibber after fibber, get more and more bitter in this game of Chinese whispers. Blurry is the picture, secrets and soul sold to the highest bidder. Remember, history be written by the victor.
I think we can all agree. Production, amazing. Writing, amazing. Delivery, amazing. All around amazing. I think 27th or 28th of April, the full album's out. And after this single comes out, there'll be 2 more singles. Can't wait for you to hear the whole thing. And where I can do, in the next few episodes, I'll be shoehorning in just exclusive dubs that you won't get in the single campaign. Because you've got to have some kind of reward or some kind of quid pro quo for listening to me waffle over these tunes for like best part of an hour.
But I've magnified the glass and I'm following the signs. Soul searching, my misery, alright, so certain. There's more to this than meets the eye.
Shouts to Mike Kiss because he also features on another track in addition to this one. Oh, and I almost forgot. Perhaps by the time you hear this one, by the time you hear this podcast, I think I'm right in saying that the Weather the Storm music video will be out on the Soulvent Records YouTube. That was lovingly filmed on location in Brighton a couple of weeks ago. Filth, Solar and Rich all there, and ably filmed by Joe Goss, by George. Yes, George. Oh, you weren't there. You were there. Yeah, you were there. You were doing photography. You had a camera in your hand of some kind, and you were helping. Stop trying to be too modest. Yeah, CGMC was there helping. Carl Gonzalez, Everybody Loves Fate, Sean from Eastern Edge Studios. Just a family affair, recording a very top quality music video. So I hope you lock into that when it comes available. We're getting to the end now rapidly on episode 57 of the Soulvent Records podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we're going to close out now by saying look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.
There's more to this than meets the eye.